For people telling you you're not good enough for whatever reason. You're too large, you're too short, you're too small, you're too black, you're too white, you name it, they're going to send you those negative messages. But what my father said is you have to understand your internal barometer. You have to know who you are. You can't go about doing anything unless you're firmly situated in the profound understanding that you are a divine creation. You are somebody that the conspiracy of the universe created. You're someone with infinite potential. Now, to me, this is a lesson I've gotten over and over and over again. That, in fact, I changed as I got older, as my dad's stories got more interesting, to talk more about this knowledge of self than just simply having a great vision. Not a vision of the world around you, first and foremost, a vision of yourself. My father once and rightfully said that the most important conversations you have in your life are the conversations you don't have with other people or folks that might have titles like major or mayor or whatever. But they're actually the ones that you have internally, the voice in your head and what does it say. Look, I've spent my entire professional career working in inner city communities. And it's in these places that I've probably seen some of the greatest American heroes I've ever met. I've seen people who have such profound wisdom and have reinforced my father's messages over and over and over, blown away by the profound beauty and love, unyielding, uncompromising love of this person in my life named Miss Virginia Jones. And I remember when something really bad happened to me, which I won't go into, but it was a day that my faith was shaken. My faith was shaken in myself, and I'll be frank with you, my faith was shaken even in the larger society in which we live. It was a time that I spent the whole night rolling around, frustrated and angry, feeling overwhelmed by the world around me, and what I thought was just this toxicity that exists in our culture that allows the most heinous acts to happen. And I remember getting up from an elevator and coming down in the morning, and there I see Miss Jones, this figure. And it only took me seeing the back of her, this powerful woman who embodies all the ideals I was talking about. It only took me seeing her from behind to suddenly shake myself loose of the negativity and the cynicism that was growing at my core. It was almost like her spirit reached back and smacked me upside my head. And I remember seeing her, a story that she told me when I was interviewing her for Esquire magazine. And Esquire was writing this big article about the 40 best and brightest in America. And they called me and they said they wanted to write an article about me. And I said, you've got to be kidding me. I said, the reality is, it's in my city. There are so many people that your magazines or newspapers or TV will never take notice of that are the greatest, most towering Americans I could ever imagine. And I said that this woman is, to me, one of the greatest Americans that's ever lived. And I said, let me write an article about her. So now I was doing more purposeful discussions with Miss Jones, and I was interviewing her about every aspect of her life. I had, maybe, I don't know how many column inches I had. It was really small, but I wanted to pack this article with just everything I could to show America that the greatest heroes from our country are not the people we read about in history books. It never was the case. You pick your chapter from America, whether it's the progressive movement, the civil rights movement, you name it. The heroes that we hail, named days after, are never the greatest ones. America is a wonderful story of ordinary people doing extraordinary things.